Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. You hate to miss the short ones. Ouch. Nudge this one home, finish it up.
No mistake made there with par.
Frank, 14 is so often a pivotal hole here at the TPC Sawgrass.
It is, Rich. And when you see a player hit 2 shots comfortably on this green, you think, what's all the problems about 14? But when you see someone stray left or stray right, you realize that 14 is a real bear.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Superb shot once again, and only about 15 feet away for a birdie.
Once talked about a golfing prodigy. We're starting to see the real talent come out now. Birdie putt here, gain a stroke, and move one step closer to the PGA Tour.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
In for par. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
EA Sports and the Web.com Tour proudly present third round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. We are into the third round of the Web.com Tour Championship, the fourth and final stop of the Web.com Tour Finals. 50 PGA Tour cards up for grabs, dreams about to be made.
It's amazing what's ahead of these young players, Rich. Not just getting through the next two rounds, but also trying to suppress perhaps what might be for them next year.
Frank, the bunker on the right, I wouldn't call that a pot bunker. That is some kind of a hazard, isn't it?
Yeah, meanders all the way down the right side, but really it's the lesser of two evils. I'd rather be in that bunker on the right than the hill on the left.
Good contact, good result.
Rich, you have to go back to 1983. That's when they started the all-exempt tour. And it took a few years before they started a second tour, and what is now known as the Web.com. Over 400 victories have come from players that have graduated from the Web.com. And that list of players, the Leymans, the Elses, the Furics, I mean, the list just goes on and on. They're almost the who's who of golf today. Matt
Kuchar's another guy who's become a PGA Tour superstar, and he put in some time on the Web.com Tour. A real threat now. Another birdie. 9 under for the tournament. Frank, how about this par 4 fifth?
I lost count the number of bunkers here, off the tee and sort of in play with the second shot if you're in trouble, or even the one that's sort of left and long. Really good par 4 though. Fairway somehow has to be achieved if you want to reduce this par 4 to just a... He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good. Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Frank, you don't want to get too cute with that second shot here at the 6th.
I remember many a time, Rich, when they put the flag right of center. You try and hit a little bit too close, those palm trees all of a sudden come into play. It's one of those, that ball can go anywhere.
Beautiful looking shot right here. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Just a well-played approach shot right there. Only about 10 feet away and a good look at birdie here. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Frank, 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pot bunkers there, and of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's the canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
315. Now the approach to the 7th. Frank, what do you need to be mindful of here?
It's rather narrow in the front of this green, and then there's some mounds both right and left. Be very aware of those mounds. They can actually help you out.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Just 5 feet left. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports, the Web.com Tour proudly present final round coverage of the Web.com Tour Championship. Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Frank, once again, precision is so important as we look at this second shot to the 15th.
Yeah, you're looking at the flag here. You're looking at birdie. But if you miss, that big bunker on the left will swallow it up. And there's 2 little pop bunkers on the right. Tough to get it up and down.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. You licking your chops here, Frank, as a player when you get to this tee box?
Well, it's an opportunity. A 4 here certainly makes the mood better when you walk to 17 and then 18. So a 4 here is more than just making a birdie on a par 5.
That is a heat-seeking missile right there. Wow. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Getting set now over the putt.
That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's just now it's another shot.
So just a formality here. Count that. That's a birdie. Frank, not to plant the seed of doubt, but we must deliver the facts here on this telecast. 44 balls in the water a couple of years ago, 28 last year.
Rich, that's the announcer's curse. What will he do?
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Now to the 18th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4, Frank, and another example of visual intimidation from the designer, Pete Dye.
Those wooden bulkheads that go all the way down the left side of 18 give you like an optical illusion, Rich. And there's not a single fairway bunker on the right to give you something specifically to aim at. So you've got to fixate on one of those trees. This is not a hole where you want to be looking at anything other than a specific target.
That is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark. We talk so much about players' futures. We look at this shot coming up. This man being talked about for many a year. Prodigy, perhaps. But the way he's looked today, I'm starting to be a believer. This surely must be a talent for the future.
This one has a chance to be close. Well, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
To win the Web.com Tour Championship. Good putt. And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic play, not only in the course today, but all week long.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
And now over to the fifth. Early in the round, still holding steady, even par on the day.
Yeah, it's got that feel it could go either way here. Next few holes will probably tell us which way.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Solid play, heart of the green. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Solid par to remain 1 under. Well, Frank, how about this 255-yard par 3 sixth?
Yeah, there's a bit of a bailout area, sort of short and left, but the only thing really going in the player's favour, it is a big green, 51 yards in depth. So if you want to sort of do the maths in reverse, 255, take away 50, 205 front, doesn't sound as daunting.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Up right now. We'll see where the next move comes from.
We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
8-foot putt here. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. it still requires a good straight tee shot. If you
Pretty good drive here.
another straight one.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. That shot does finish up on the green, but it sets up for a very difficult putt.
Wasn't Ragnarok.
This is a cross-country special. On the way.
Oh, what an eagle.
Crowd's going wild out there. This place is absolutely buzzing right now. Well, Frank, round one in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.
And that's with some strong play today. They don't really need to look back. Strong play heading into the second round tomorrow.
Just because it's so fucking funny. Smoking this golf league. Nigga Woods. What are you doing there? All right.
Today it's live second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number one. Stepping up to the first tee and off a surprisingly good first round. Let's see if our featured player can conjure up some of that magic here in round two.
We did quite a lot.
Well, that's just how you envision it when you walk to the first tee. High and deep, right in the middle of the fairway. Good way to start.
Yeah, I'm sure it was an orange, but I can't remember what the fuck.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Frank, the second hole is only 371 yards. What's the challenge here?
The bunkering. This is really well bunkered. You'd expect that for a hole this short. If it's well bunkered, it means that it's vital to get it on the fairway.
Tug that one a little bit offline to the left. And he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. No fairway here. This one in that rough.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Well, how about this start? Birdie, birdie to open the round. Now to the third hole, a par 4, 471 yards. Frank, break this hole down for us.
All the trouble appears down that left side with the series of bunkers, but you've got to take into account the trees that are well positioned down the right side. Plus, as you can see, this fairway is not exactly flat.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there, and yep, good thing too. He's actually putting well.
So he's hit it inside 30 feet, not his best, but still a chance.
Yeah, the odd 28-footer, and that's exactly what it is. I've seen a few of those go down.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
And getting ready for the putt. Nothing wrong with that par putt.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Good looking shot right here. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Frank, a long par 3 here at the 6th, 255 yards. Club selection obviously is crucial.
Yeah, and length is very important here. Something that can fly high and land soft is obviously going to make that green play a little bit bigger. If you get a breeze off the right or left to right into, this hole becomes very challenging. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Frank, a little chip shot here from the fringe. Now, a lot of options. I've seen some players hit 6-iron, others will shut down like a sandwich.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought. Some people just try and perfect like one club, but really the best chippers chip with a variety of clubs.
Drops for a par. Frank, this is like a big water park here at PGA West. We saw it at the 6th, and here again at the 7th, a challenging par for 346 yards.
I've never, ever seen anyone try and drive this green, so it's just a layup. See the bunker down there in the distance? That really is the stop sign. So something that's short of that, but really what I prefer is try and lay up on a nice number, something that you got a full shot in, whether that be a 9-iron or an 8-iron or a wedge. You'd like to have a full club in here.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. You love to watch him disappear, don't you? 555-yard par 5 8th hole. Frank, is this a 2-shotter or a 3-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts. He's going for a little extra. Can a ball explode?
That is big. I mean, really big.
Smoked that one.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. You know, that one is going to end up in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a little tap in here. That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 9th, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That is a beauty, a real beauty. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance.
That's what I think of that. The first initial bit, so you can play like the tour bit, is Rory McIlroy.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today, it's the final round of the Career Builder Challenge. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is another laser right at the flagstick. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really: poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And
that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300 yard mark.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here.
Yeah.
Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that is a ball striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, that was a good looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Now at the 15th, par 4, 468 yards. It is nicknamed Turning Home as we are making our way towards the close of this round. But this one has a chance to be really good. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, the 15th is called Turning Home. Time now to turn on the jets, and a good chance.
Yeah, after a good drive, once again, height's going to be rewarded here with the second shot. You see the way that green is protected by the bunkers. So if you can come in here really high and get that to land soft, there's a lot of flags on this green that you can go at.
I really like the way he's swinging it, and the results speak for themselves. Inside of 10 feet, beautifully done.
I tried to get that on my phone actually not that long ago.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
This is the second par 5 at PGA West of 600 or more yards. The 16th is a pretty good test.
It's just a new take on Sonic. It's like all the different
Smokes it.
Sonic 3D and stuff like that, but actually worked. Like
Frankie, he put the thumb down on that one.
It's still going. Look, you've got to get that thumb going as quick as you can. That is high warp speed.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at Eagle coming up. 19 feet away. That was just a lousy putt right there. No other way to say it. He'd love to get this one. Big putt for birdie. He's made it. Frank, this could be an exciting and pivotal point in the round, the par 5 16th.
Especially if the player decides to have a go here. If you're going to take it on a direct line, then you've got to carry all of that bunker complex. But then the other thing to realize, what's the worst thing that can happen? Just in the bunker, right? It's worth a go. Either that, hit it down the right side. There's no way you're going to reach this par 5 and 2.
Appears to be tracking well. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday. He has a good chance to make another one today. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the 3 bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Everything we were doing, and it was like, right, cool, we're going to do this one.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Well, Frank, this is why professionals play the game, isn't it?
Yeah, not only to win the career builder, but to win on PGA West on its first time back on the rotation.
Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Just a fantastic week of golf. Add that one to the win count.
A lot of great quality players out there, and to come on top of that leaderboard is truly a great accomplishment.
None of this British pish. Have you got to download it then? Country Club available for free. Treasure Island, yeah, everything looks like it's just all free. Oh, what was it we did? The online tournament? No, what was the thing we had, like our little group, or was that the golf club? Just hitting the ball with a target. Go for the no vision. Very nice challenge.